Welcome back, Minecraft9 here. Here's a close-up video of a very neat little pocket pistol. You know, with the ever-increasing popularity of pocket pistols on the market today, you've got your Car Arms series PM40, PM9, of course, your Kel-Tec PF9s and your P3AT 380s. You've got even your North American Arms 32 caliber Guardian series. Plus, of course, your Ruger series, which has always made a real good pocket pistol in their LCP380 and then their LC9 9mm. Lots of options out there for small little pocket carry pistols. I know I really enjoy them. I carry my Glock 19 around with me most of the time, and I don't really consider it a pocket carry pistol. But it is a mid-sized pistol. It's certainly not a full-size pistol. But for people that are really wanting deep concealment, even if you're an off-duty police officer or a security guard, and you're wanting a backup weapon, this is a really nice option for you. Now, unfortunately, being a Sig Sauer, it's not cheap. So, your retail on this little pistol, you're looking at around $600 on it. This is the Sig Sauer P290 RS. And this is their micro-compact 9mm pocket pistol. And, just because it's called a pocket pistol doesn't mean that it's going to fit, neatly or even securely in every front pocket of every pair of pants you have. What I mean by pocket pistol is it's slender, very slender, it's very lightweight, it's got a very short grip and a very short barrel. And if you wanted to put it in cargo shorts or cargo jeans pocket, it would fit. But now, there's a lot of jeans it's not going to fit in. So when I say pocket pistol, it doesn't particularly mean that this will fit in every pocket in every pair of pants that you have. But just in reference to the size, really, is where I use the term pocket pistol. But this is a 9mm, 9x19, and it's not a super lightweight. It's not as lightweight as the Kel-Tec PF9 or the P3AT 380. It's really not as lightweight as the Ruger LCP 380. I would say that the weight is somewhere in the range of Ruger's new LC9 9mm, and the Car PM series, it's about the same weight as that. And that weight would be about 20 ounces, and that's fully loaded. It does hold 6 rounds of the magazine, and we'll safety check it here before we play with it any further. It's a real small little magazine, single stack, 6 round. Of course, you can carry one in the chamber for 7 rounds. Let's lock this back, show you that there's nothing in there. It's got a very nice polished feed ramp, and it's got a very unique lockup system on the front with this coned shape tip on the barrel. And the reason they do that is so it will lock up tight once the slide is closed, as you can see there. There's no slop or play as it locks up. And they did that and designed it that way so your accuracy would be as good as it could possibly get with a pistol this small. So as usual, Sig Sauer did it right, as they always have. It's a hammer-fired pistol, which means that it is not a striker-fired like a Glock or anything like that. It is a double action only with a long double action trigger, because the hammer, if you notice the hammer here, will have to come all the way back and forward to hit that firing pin. It is a long trigger pull, and the average trigger pull weight on these factory guns is about 8 to 9 pounds. So it's not really that aggressive, but it is heavy enough that you're not going to have any misfires if you reach in your pocket or in your small holster that you conceal this in, and you accidentally bump the trigger. It's not going to go off possibly like a striker-fired pistol would. It's got a long trigger pull, which that's great. It's great for these little pocket guns. It's really what you want. You don't want a 2-pound trigger on one of these little guns. It's got the real nice nitron finish. Both sides there is real nice. It's got a steel slide, and of course the entire bottom section here is all polymer. And like I said, it's hammer fired. It has the Sig-Lite night sights. You can see there. Those really light up very well at night, and they're very good quality. Of course, Sig makes a good quality gun. There's really no mystery behind that. I think we all kind of knew that even before we came to this video, that we were going to be looking at a quality-made piece because, after all, Sig made it. It's a real nice little gun. It's got a real aggressive sandpaper texture on the grip that really helps you hang on to it. Because when you load the magazine, as you can see here, it's got somewhat of a little pinky shelf on it, but really not much. So I've got average size hands, and when I hold it, my pinky, of course, does dangle off down here in no man's land. But in the box, once you get, in addition to your 6-round magazine, is you get an 8-round single stack magazine as well with this, and it comes with the extension on the bottom. And when you insert that into the magazine, as you can see, the grip is really more like a Glock 19. And you have nothing hanging off down here, and it's very comfortable to hold. The grip is very slender, very easily concealed, but yet it feels really good in your hand. And I know a lot of people will go ahead and take these side plates off here. These are removable. They slide off, and you can get different texturing and different colors to put here on the sides of your grip. But for me, and for most of us, I think we would probably be happy with just the standard texture on the factory grips, and that would suit most of us just fine, because it does really help you keep hold of it, even if your hands are wet or sweaty or anything, because the texturing on the front is real aggressive and nice, as well as the rear. And a real neat little gun. The barrel length is real short. I mean, you're not even talking about a barrel length as long as a Glock 19, and the LC9 Ruger actually has a barrel that is a little bit longer than this, from what I understand. This is only a 2.9-inch barrel. So, you know, you're not going to get target grade match accuracy with this pistol, but that's really not what it's designed for. It's designed for concealed carry and self-defense. The overall length is about 5.5 inches. Like I said, the trigger pull is really somewhere around 7-8 pounds. A lot of people might say it's more like 9 pounds. I don't feel like it is. I think it's more like 7-8 pounds. The sight radius, these are all specs that some of us care about, some of us don't, but the sight radius is a little over 4 inches. So like I said, you're not going to be shooting targets from 100 yards with this pistol. It's not designed to do that. They do make a laser sight system for this, which is very neat, and it mounts under here. As you can see, you've got a little rubber plunger there, and that is designed, you pop that out, and that's designed to snap and securely install the Sig laser system for this pistol. And it mounts right up here next to the front of the trigger guard and up into this little divot here. And it's not a cheap little system, but it is something that is very, very useful. They also make this in a rainbow finish on the slide, which it's got a variation of different colors. It's very interesting looking. Not something I would want. But they also make it in a two-tone, which is like a shiny stainless slide, which is attractive. But for me, you know, for something like this, other guns aside, I mean, I like shiny stainless guns, but this one, I would only want it in the black finish, just the standard nitron black finish, something very, something that's not real flashy. In the box as well, you get a nice little paddle holster from Sig. It's a standard paddle holster, but good quality and functional. So you get that, and of course, like I mentioned, you get your 2 magazines, your 6-round and your extended 8-round. Of course, there's your manual and your box. In addition to those things, you know, you get your standard lock and key and a nice padded box. Now, this is a 2nd generation Sig P290 RS. The 1st generation had some issues, and you can look all over the internet and find out what those issues were. Some of them I know were failure to extract and some problems like that. This 2nd generation, you don't have those issues anymore. And the 1st generation Sig 290 came in a hard case. This second generation comes in a black box, so that's how you can kind of help determine whether this is a first or second generation. This is one I keep loaded in it. I do keep this loaded at the house, and my wife, if something were to happen, this would be her go-to gun. And I got some Federal Hydroshock low recoil 9mm hollow points, and I believe it's 100, and let's check here. I can't remember what grain that is. 135 grain. That should do the trick. It shouldn't need more than that. And I have shot other hollow points and, of course, ball ammo through this little pistol, and it feeds everything beautifully. And the reliability is what you would expect from a Sig Sauer. It's a it's a blowback design, hammer fired. Let's show you how to take this thing apart now that we've got it on camera. And if you've ever taken a Sig down for cleaning, you know that it's extremely simple, and they're generally all the same. But this one is a little different. Okay, if you've ever handled a Ruger LC9 or ever taken it down and for cleaning, this is a little bit similar, and I'll show you how. First of all, you want to lock your slide back, and then if you look on this side, you've got this little pin that you push out. Okay, now sometimes that can be a little difficult to do because you have to pull the slide back very far on this little pistol. It's not a case where you would just pull it back maybe part way and then pop the pin out like some small pistols. You have to pull this way back in order to get that. So the best way to do it that I found is take your index finger and just hold the front of that barrel open. Reach back behind here. This is difficult to do, believe me. It is not an easy pistol to take apart like most SIGs are. You need to push this pin out. See if I can do this. Okay, as you can see, I'm still holding it open with my index finger. Had to have a little help from a 223 round to poke that piece through, that pin through from the opposite side. But once I did, you remove your slide catch, and the slide comes right off the frame, and of course there is your dual recoil spring, your double recoil spring, and I will show you what I mean by that. You have 1, 2 recoil springs. Polymer guide rod, so it does really help with recoil. An interesting thing about this little gun, you would think that the recoil will be, very aggressive, but you can obtain repeat shots very easily with this little pistol and bring your sight back on target very easily. The recoil is not as fierce as you might find with other pistols. There's that very unusual looking locking lug with SIG barrels. There's nothing that looks like them. And there's the inside of the slide, which looks like pretty much any other typical semi-automatic. Okay, now to put this back in, since you've got this very aggressive cone-shaped hood on the end of this barrel, right here you've got an indentation. What you want to do is drop the hooded barrel section down in first, push forward just slightly, and then drop the back end in, like so. Of course, make sure you have both of your recoil springs. The smaller one goes inside the larger one. This being a polymer guide rod, it's very flexible, so it's extremely easy to slide it in there like that. Now to put it back on, of course you would slide it onto the frame rails. They do not have full length frame rails like, say, my Sig P6 has. It has more of a Glock-like mounting system when you put your slide onto your frame, where what I mean by that, you start back in this section as opposed to starting up here like you do on some SIGs to slide it on. So now what you need to do is pull that back again, and this is always where it's a little bit challenging. I should be able to get it assembled easier than I disassembled it on camera. Truly is not a very easy pistol. That would be my only negative to this pistol. See the little indentation there where your slide lock inserts when it locks your slide back? You want to push that in until it snaps. Turn it around and affirm and confirm that it is flush with your frame. Okay? And you have assembled it. Very neat little pistol for concealed carry. And for a lady, if you can teach her how to shoot a revolver first, and she can get used to that long double action pull of a revolver, then she can manipulate this little pocket pistol very well, it being also a double action only type of pistol. So I would recommend this for the ladies, or for anyone that wants a small pistol that's concealable, possibly even for a backup for a police officer or the like. So thanks for checking it out, guys. Sig Sauer always makes a great product, and this will probably end up on the side of my wife's belt. I have told her you don't ever carry a gun in your purse, you carry it on you. Because if I was a bad guy and I was following a lady across the mall parking lot and I wanted to rob this woman, you tell me if I'm wrong, but this is my opinion. I would look for her to go for her purse first and reach inside her purse to pull a gun out, or pull a can of mace out, or to pull, any kind of weapon out of her purse. What I'm not going to expect is if she drops her purse and reaches around and pulls a gun off her holster that's on her hip. You typically are not going to expect that, but ladies, that's exactly what you want to do. You don't want to carry your gun in your purse. You don't want to carry your mace in your purse. Carry your mace on your keychain with the keys in your hand, and carry your pistol on you, just like the men do. Okay? Should be no different. There's YouTube videos all over YouTube of ladies that have comfortably fitted holsters on their sides, and even holsters that are designed to fit around the inside of the thigh when you wear dresses and skirts. But please, if you're going to carry, this is a great little thin pistol to carry, but you need to carry it on your person. Very important. But that's for a whole other video that I could probably spend 20 minutes talking about. But thank you so much to my subscribers. Thanks, guys. If this is the first time to my channel, please check out my other videos and subscribe. Really appreciate your time. And check out future videos. I am getting ready to trade for tomorrow something that I've wanted for a long time. It is a Russian-made, actually the Polish made it as well, but it's originally a Russian design, the PPS-43C. And this is not the pistol version. This is not the one with the welded stock like what you get from a lot of places on the internet. This is actually a custom rifle that has the stock that you can fold out and extend and use it as a carbine, and then it's got a custom barrel with an A2 flash hider on it. Very stinking cool looking rifle, and I'm getting a bunch of ammo with this trade too, the 7.62 by 25. Super cool, and I think I'm getting about 8 35 round stick magazines with this rifle. I am stoked to get this thing tomorrow. When I get it, I will definitely show you guys that on my channel. So check back for that. And then I've got a couple of other guns that I'd like to preview to you guys and let you share in the excitement and possibly get some information on. So hopefully it will help you in your buying decision. Thanks, guys. Makarov 9 out. I'll talk to you later.